talk about anyway.
It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with...
A guy eating a couple of tacos.
Senior Toby.
Senor Toby. What is that from? That is very familiar.
I don't know, I just randomly made it up.
And today we're just talking in a cafeteria. So real quick before we jump into some topics, Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
No, this is a guy eating a couple of tacos.
Yeah, guy eating tacos.
This is
Or should we just call him Taco?
taco.
Oh.
But yeah, how are you today? He was like, taco, tacos. But a few of the things that I want to talk to you about are, I've been reading Countdown to Arena and Countdown to Adventure, and
It's a lot of countdowns.
do
they ever get to the end? Like, does the countdown end?
so spoilers
zero?
ahead for
They
both
ever
of
reach
those
the
things.
final countdown?
The final countdown.
Final countdown. And I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah, it sounds after that.
It's like guitar stuff.
I know why you don't remember the rest of the word. There are. I mean, there is like a chorus, I'm sure. I kind of remember it.
I thought the final countdown was the chorus.
Isn't that the hook?
It's like the only thing that I remember them saying, and that's just guitar stuff.
Well, they say something like right before it, I think. Oh.
It's the final countdown.
No, before it's the final countdown.
Just repeat that a few times. There you go, you got the song.
So let's see, what am I thinking? Oh yeah, so Countdown to the Arena, spoiler, has like a bad ending. Like the series on its own is really good, but the ending's kind of shit because they just tell you to read another series. Countdown to Arena is like 4 issues. The other series they want you to read is 51. Ha, I got him. Sorry. That's a hard drift. When it comes to Countdown to Adventure, there are 8 of them.
Any words yet?
What are these countdowns?
So, Countdown to Adventure is some weird story about Adam Strange, Animal Man, and Starfire that I couldn't give a fuck
So it's
about.
a comic book?
Yeah, but skip that. That's like the main story of every book.
Skip it.
There's a story at the end of every book of Countdown to Adventure that's about Forerunner, who's this being from another universe where she's essentially been on like this war world. And on war world, planets will like get together and fight each other on this like neutral territory. And then based on who wins the war, it decides like political issues. So
So it's like children's trading cards.
So it's like children's trading cards. Settle it in fucking War World. Settle it in Yu-Gi-Oh. So they fight on War World, and the survivors of all their conflicts are like left behind on the planet, and they like end up having to survive on this world that's constantly on war, and it develops a whole race of people that are warriors.
I have a question.
Hit me up.
Are these comics DC or Marvel?
DC.
Or neither?
DC. Keeping it pure. DC. So the Forerunner race is really powerful, but they end up
DC, disc corruption.
disc corruption. I see.
I saw this thing online where your old CDs and DVDs will eventually start to degrade after like 20 years or something.
I mean, they die down. I still have some VHS tapes that are good, so I feel like it's a little bit longer than that. I remember the big hype over DVDs were like, well, your VHSs are all shitty, your DVDs are now even better than before. Fuck, I lost my like entire train of thought on that. Oh yeah, DVDs and disc corruption. Nah, so Forerunners. So the Forerunner race for the most part gets wiped out. But there's this whole thing where there are these monitors who are like people who look after the multiverse, and they try to make sure that everything's
Like the
going.
anti-monitor?
Well, the anti-monitor is like the antithesis of the monitors. So the monitors look after the multiverse and try and make sure that everything's. And then there's this guy named Monarch, and Monarch is like, fuck the monitors. He's like, I want to like take over the multiverse for myself, and I'm not gonna let the monitors stand in my way. The monitors start doing this thing where they're like, anyone who's traveling between universes, we're just gonna kill them in order to like regulate the multiverse better. We're gonna stop them from like intermingling with each other. So these events are going down during Countdown, which is like a 2007 event. And the Monarch story connects to Countdown to Arena, and it also connects to Countdown to Adventure. In Countdown to Arena, the Monarch is gathering heroes from different universes and putting them in groups of 3.
I have a question, Jack.
Hit me up.
Why are you telling me all this? Do you want me to read this? Like, what's the deal? This countdown from 2007.
We can discuss it. You can also read it. I do have a video where I recommend like people checking them out. In Countdown to Arena, they take heroes in sets of 3, so like 3 Batmen, 3 Supermen, etc., and they have them like fight to the death, and the one that and the one that survives is the one that will join Monarch's army against the Monitors. So it's like a 4-issue arc, and you get to see a bunch of fights between alternate universe versions of like characters. The 3 Batman fight was really interesting. It wasn't like the best fight in the book, but it was surprising to see how tame they made it, but it made sense. So I would recommend Countdown to Arena if you want to see a lot of cool fights. But like I said, I don't think the ending is really satisfying. It's not what I would have wanted from the book. Countdown to Adventure, like I said, don't read the main story in that. Read the story at the end of each one that focuses on Forerunner. She ends up getting recruited by Monarch, and she's traveling from universe to universe trying to find soldiers for his army. So it's very similar to Countdown to Arena, except you have like an actual main character who's going on a quest. And she really develops over the course of her story. She had some solid mark-out moments, like moments where you would like read a page and you'd have to like stop for a bit and go like, man, because it's that good writing. And that has a satisfying ending. I might read Countdown, even though there are like 51 issues of Countdown. I've read issue 1, and it seems alright.
Issue 1, Phantom Menace.
But yeah, I mentioned one thing to the guys already. But long story short, I'm receiving a phone call. What a convenient time.